Today, you would pay good money to keep your eyebrows apart. You sit in a chair, endure the sting of the thread, and let a technician clear a bare strip of skin to divide one brow from the other. 2,500 years ago, a woman in ancient Athens would have spent her morning doing the opposite. She would have reached for a smear of dark pigment and painted that gap closed. Curious, this raises a question. How did the single feature we now spend millions to erase become the most coveted thing on a classical face? Ancient cosmetics functioned as a highly structured language. To understand the unibrow, we have to look past the makeup and see the vocabulary of the era. Every choice on the ancient face was a deliberate sentence spoken to the world. A woman used her features as a document of her identity before she ever opened her mouth. The morning ritual established a woman's social standing immediately. A thick layer of white lead on the skin signaled a life of privilege, far removed from the labor of the fields. But the loudest statement sat higher. A continuous, joined brow was a banner of character. It signaled intelligence, purity, and a sharp, thoughtful mind to anyone looking on. The ingredients for this look were varied and rarely gentle. Women mixed their dark kohl powder from oil lamp soot, silvery antimony, and even precious threads of charred saffron. Some recipes were even more startling, requiring the dark bodies of crushed flies to be pounded into the mix for the perfect pigment. This elegance carried a hidden cost. The same powders that darkened the eyes were often made of lead-based ores. Women quietly absorbed poison, risking their health for a specific standard of beauty. They accepted these risks because, in a society with narrow public roles for women, this painted armor was a primary means of self-expression and identity. Nature did not hand out joined brows to everyone. Since biology rarely cooperated with the ideal, women found ways to fake it. As early as 3000 BCE, women used ox or goat hair to build false eyebrows for themselves. They used sticky tree sap as a natural adhesive to glue the animal hair directly onto their skin. The standard followed the rise of Rome. The poet Ovid recorded the continuous brow in his verses, validating the look as a recognized mark of refinement during the empire's golden age. The joined brow pushed across the map into the Middle East and Central Asia, evolving to symbolize luck and destiny. In South Asian art, it was painted as the picture of beauty, signaling a woman who was whole and complete. When civilizations separated by gods and languages arrive at the same verdict, a fashion becomes a shared human habit, the act of reading destiny in the details of a face. In the markets of modern Tajikistan, the ancient ideal is still alive and worn with pride. Women there perform a tender, inexpensive ritual. They grind the leaves of the usma plant until it yields a dark green liquid, a natural ink for the face. Using a simple matchstick, they smudge the ink across the gap. The result is a deep, rich black brow that mirrors the Athenian ideal from 2,500 years ago. The ancient dialect of the face did not vanish. It remained a local standard, while the West began rewriting its own dictionary of beauty. This leaves us with a realization. The modern divided brow we treat as the default is a recent historical anomaly. Our tools of erasure, the tweezers and the wax, are latecomers to beauty history, pretending to enforce a permanent rule that nature never wrote. Beauty is not a fixed biological reality. It is a temporary fashion and a mirror of a specific culture's values. The next time you judge your own reflection, remember the joined brow. The very feature one age calls a flaw, history once called a crown.